Oh. Forgot to take off my mask. Always keep it with me. Welcome back, my artist friends. This is Mr. Bill, and you're here for another edition of Mr. Bill. Not versus the box. We're not going to battle the box today. Nope, I'm afraid not. Box is out. We are going to do something equally as fun and challenging and educational. We're going to be doing one of the Bascom's Take and Makes. The Take and Make is a new program here at the Bascom that is a DIY art project to go. So if you're out and about on the Highlands Cashers Plateau, if you go to one of the local libraries in Franklin, North Carolina, Highlands, North Carolina, or Cashers, North Carolina, you can pick these up in printed form. Or you can go to the Bascom's website and you can download the PDF of the lesson for the Take and Make. We're trying to do one every month. We're going to be working on the third one that we've put out today, which is Take and Make Blue. We've already have a Take and Make Red out there, which was about water. So you learned a little bit of science about water, and then there were a couple of watercolor activities in there. And then the second one was Take and Make Green, which was about leaves and trees. So you learned a little bit about leaves and trees and did an art project related to those. And today is about paper folding. Take and Make Blue is a little bit about origami and paper airplanes. So these are really fun, they're free. Like I said, you can download them on the website, or you can pick them up in person if you don't have a computer or the internet, which you may not be seeing this if you don't have the internet. But there are also video tutorials that show you how to go through the projects too. And that's what this is today. I'm going to show you how to go step by step through the projects that are in Take and Make Blue. So, normally, you know, I have some of my basic art making materials, my favorite sketchbook, which don't need today. Don't need the scissors, glue stick, or tape. Trusty pencil just makes me feel good to keep it behind my ear. You all know that if you watch the other episodes of Mr. Bill. All we need today is paper. So we've got some plain white paper, and I picked some green paper because it'll be fun for the origami project. But yeah, that's what we're going to go through step by step. Take and Make Blue with the Bascom. Okay, so one of the first steps in Take and Make Blue is to read sort of the lesson objective and get a little background on why we're interested in origami and paper airplanes today. So what do the two things have in common? Origami forms and paper airplanes. Well, they're made out of paper. So paper was invented, I think, in China around 105 AD, and that is a long time ago. Once paper was invented, well, then you had something that you could fold. And in the beginning, people were generally using paper for religious ceremonies or spiritual ceremonies. So it was paper was very expensive, so not a lot of people had it, and it was used for very special purposes. So paper folding was a very special thing to learn. And then in about the 1600s in Japan, paper folding became more of a recreational activity. So paper was more widely available, more people had access to paper, and so people started making it for fun, folding paper for fun. There were even written instructions that came about at this time, just like in your Take and Make Blue lesson plan. And interestingly, historians think that paper airplanes were first being made around this same time, even before a jet-powered or propeller-powered airplane was ever even invented, before the Wright brothers even flew their plane near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. So paper airplanes have been around probably about as long as most other origami forms. And so we're going to start with the paper airplane first. These tend to be a little bit more simple. They're also a lot of fun because we can look at different flight characteristics. We're going to make two different paper airplanes and we're going to compare them. The first one we're going to make is called the Harrier. Now, Mr. Bill is a paper airplane aficionado, and the Harrier is one of my favorite paper airplanes. Then we're going to make something called the Bulldog Dart, and it's a really great paper airplane as well. You'll see why they call it the Bulldog Dart when we make it. But we'll go step by step through the paper airplanes, the 2 different planes, and then we're gonna we'll fly them, and then we'll see what we think about each one, what's better or worse about one or the other one. That's gonna be craft option 1.